I think Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford are very happy that they found each other,
Yeah.
and I think they are going to be able to bring a lot of success to Los Angeles. And I did see Pat McAfee; he was talking about this yesterday on his show. I don't know if you guys have seen it, Pat McAfee's show. It's on YouTube, a couple other places. But yeah, definitely recommend checking those guys out
Oh,
because they
yeah.
do it right. They do it
Oh, they
better than
kill it.
us.
They kill
Uh,
it.
yeah, I'm not even going to stand up here and say we're on the same platform as them. We are. We're on YouTube as well. But yeah, no, they're in another stratosphere. Hey, shout out those guys over there. But yeah, Pat was talking about how Sean McVay seems to really be excited about a guy in Matthew Stafford. And AJ Hawk was talking about his times playing Matthew Stafford and how Matthew Stafford, he can just go out and he can just light it up.
Oh, yeah.
And kind of when he's off the field, a soft-spoken guy, but when he's on the field, he turns it on. He's electric,
Oh, yeah.
passionate, and pretty much everything you want as that quarterback. Where Jared Goff, he seemed like maybe a little more timid, um, and didn't just have that kind of persona that I think Matthew Stafford embodies when he walks out onto the football field.
No doubt.
So it'll definitely be interesting to see what kind of success the Rams have. But they have like top talent players on both the offense and defensive side of the ball, which makes them a threat.
It does. I think if you're looking at a team that has like Super Bowl potential for sure, it's them. Like in the NFC, it is realistically the teams to me that have obvious Super Bowl potential. Like they are one of them. I mean
Yeah.
it's going to be fun to see what's up with Matthew Stafford now that he has a change of scenery because who knows? Like Matthew Stafford might be the most talented quarterback in the NFL. Like he truthfully
Yeah.
might be, and we might see that this year. Like
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford, I think you could make a reasonable argument that throughout his career, the only person more talented at the position than him was Aaron Rodgers or is Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers. Like throughout the course of Matthew Stafford's career, maybe Mahomes.
Yeah.
I think about how there used to be the conversation. It's like Brady is the winningest quarterback in the league. Rodgers is probably the most talented. That's always
Yeah.
kind of been the thing. I think if you look on that most talented side, I think Matthew Stafford very well might be that guy that's Rodgers, 1A, 1B on that front. I really do. He is a special talent. I just think it's tough when you're in Detroit. It's tough when you're in the same division as the only guy in the league that's probably more talented than you, right? I
Yeah.
I think him with this change of scenery, like you also have to consider the other things that are going to help him out. That defense is unreal. Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, like that defense is really good. That's going to put
Yep.
him in great field position. Sean McVay has a fantastic offensive mind. And I think all of a sudden, when you start to look at some of the weapons he's about to have, this is going to be a very interesting year for the Los Angeles Rams. I think they hopefully won't surprise a lot of people. I hopefully most people
Yeah.
realize how good they are, but they definitely might be able to live up to the expectations.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more with that. And I think, when you're looking at that NFC side of things, the Rams definitely do make the playoffs in my opinion. Now how high or low do they fall in that seeding? I could see them being, potentially a top 2 team, a top
Yep.
4 I could see them falling anywhere in there. But I probably more on the top half of
Yeah.
the NFC if I had
Definitely,
to.
definitely hosting a first round playoff game. I think
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
that's reasonably where we're at with them.
Yeah. I just think with that addition of Matthew Stafford, we really are going to see is he a really good talent or is he a little suspect?
It's true.
And the one thing I will say with Matthew Stafford joining the Rams is that Matthew Stafford is not the best player on that team.
No, that's
You
what's
know,
interesting.
for a lot, and there's probably a couple guys that are better than him at their position. That would rank higher than Matthew Stafford on that team. So for the Rams, like that's an addition that's going to make your team a lot better.
Yep.
But, when you looked at Matthew Stafford's career with the Lions, he was probably the best player on that team for many of years, except for those Calvin Johnson years where Calvin Johnson would have been better than Matthew Stafford,
Yo,
if that makes
Megatron.
sense. So for Matthew Stafford to be able to go to LA and potentially be like the fifth best player on that team, knowing that there's a guy like Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, which are defensive side of the ball guys,
Yeah.
and that are really great at their position. Yeah, he's probably more than top five, um, but just to have some of those other guys that it's not all falling on Matthew Stafford. I think that for him, it's got to be like just a weight lifted off his shoulders and mind. Now he can just come in, really just play his position well, and not necessarily have to have his team depend on him throwing 480 yards for 3 touchdowns
No
and things
doubt.
like that. Now, is he still going to do that? Yeah, which makes the Rams a very big threat. But yeah, definitely something to watch there for sure.
No doubt.